In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to use the Brady handheld reader. It's a Zebra reader, actually, or Zebra MC3330R, and it has a Brady app on it. I'll go back to the home page here. You can see I'm mirroring the page here, or at least trying to before it shuts off. On the home page, it will be this icon that looks kind of like a beep. Click on that, and it'll start the app. And I'm in another video show how to control the settings of this to display different things, but I'm just going to go through really quickly. If I hit the read, I can pull a trigger and I can see tags that are in the vicinity, and they will generally have the ATA format here, filter code for the EPC, the cage code, a part number, and a serial number. Okay, and if they are a construct 1 and if they're serialized with that then the cage code, then you will not see the part number. So let's go back and let's actually create one. We're going to create one that's going to be one of these thin lower memory tags here that I'm circling with my mouse. And I'm going to create a, let's say a construct 1 dual record tag. So I click on this, and we have 3 forms to fill out. One that defines the EPC filter and some features, what goes in the EPC basically. Then the birth record, that has a different form, all kinds of things. And the life cycle record, which has other things. So what ID Integration has created is a web utility where you can put in different values for whatever it is that you're doing. In this case, I'm going to do a construct 1 mark, and I'll put in a phony cage code, put in a serial number that's unique, part number, get rid of the revision maybe. Say I don't want an expiration date, but I just have, maybe I do have a weight. We'll leave it like this. And now, instead of worrying about creating 3 of these barcodes to scan, when I scan them, they're going to fill out the form that's presented on the screen, and it's going to ignore the variables that are in the barcode but are not in the form. So in this case here, the ID tab is showing me a filter code, cage code, part number, and serial number. That's the only things that are part of the EPC. But I have all of these additional pieces of information that are part of this barcode. It's just going to ignore them. So the idea here is that we're going to have this one barcode define the data for all 3 forms. And we're just going to step through and scan the exact same barcode for each form. Here's the first one, and I tab to the second one. Scan it again. Tab to the third form, tab that, scan that, and now I'm at a point where I can hit next, and I can look for a new fresh tag that hasn't been burned before. So let's pull the trigger here and see what we find. Oh, there's one. I'll click on that and hit write. And it should write all of this information to that new tag, locking it where it needs to be locked. Now I can go back and hit read. When I pull the trigger, I'll find more than one here because I've got a couple in my hand. I believe we were looking at this one. Yes, this one. So if I click on that and hit next, I'll just read that tag. I have to be honest, I don't know which one of the 2 in my hand that I have, so I think it's this one. I think I'll go back and do that again. I'll hit read. I'm getting more than one here. That one, hit next. Now we can go one step further. We've just created, they call it commissioning. We've created a new tag now. It's locked and readable and everything's fine. But we could also do a modification to this tag. So if I go into the life cycle record, which you can edit, I'll click here and I'll identify, let's see, maybe I want to add now a part history record and an expiration date. So I can still use this form here to identify, look, it's Rev A, and my expiration date now is today's date plus 4 years, so I'll say 2025. And now I'm going to go ahead and scan this code to this form, right? Fills out that information, and now I can hit next, and it will write to the same tag. Now Now when I read this tag, it'll go back and show me that in my life cycle record I now have a part modification and expiration date that have been added successfully. And that's how this process works. Now we'll do the second video with a multi-record tag to show you how.